hero.
Live theater. Devon and Sam jump up in shock and try to follow him out, but are coming back in as soon as they exit. Light outside the window shows the passage of time, and we begin to see several days in quick succession. Devon and Sam shout at each other and at June before settling back in the booth in defeat. Time returns to its regular pace. A bell chimes as Tom enters the diner. June, previously engrossed in her book, straightens quickly. She is surprised to see anyone coming through the door. She folds down a quarter of the page and drops the book behind the register.
Hi there. Sit anywhere you like. I'll bring you a menu.
Thank you.
Tom walks to the counter and picks the stool two down for John, who is working a crossword puzzle, ignoring the slice of pie in front of him. John glances up briefly at Tom. Tom smiles and thinks of greeting him, but his nose is back down in his paper before he's given the chance. June slides him a menu. Sam and Devon begin to whisper to each other furiously.
Can I get you something to drink? Water, coffee, sweet tea?
I'll have a black coffee, please.
Coming right up.
She moves to pour him a cup. He looks at the menu briefly, then glances around the room, taking in the scenery. She returns with the coffee.
So, you hungry for anything?
I am, actually. But I don't know what for yet. Do you have a signature dish?
A signature dish? What kind of place do you think this is?
I guess a better question would be, what's good here? You see, I'm writing a travel book. I'm pulling off at every exit 16 and stopping at the first local place I find. Then I try out their best food and I write about it.
Well, ain't that nice? What else have you written? Anything I not know?
My first book was Exit 13, a travel book about haunted places around the country. It was most popular. Any chance you've heard of it?
Afraid not. Don't care much for those stories. They give me the willies. Oh, there are a lot of haunted places off Exit 13s.
Oh, that was just a play on the suspicion around the number. I didn't limit myself to only those exits in that book.
So why Exit 16 this time? Why local restaurants?
Well, after the success of my first book, my publishers thought it would be cute to have a whole series of travel books named for exits. 16 was just the next one in America. As for the types of places I stop at, I picked a different theme for each of the books. And being a foodie, the idea of having a fully funded tour of one-of-a-kind restaurants.
That does sound peachy. So is Pratt's going to make the book?
Yeah, I'll give the place a section. I'll write about food, sure, but also about the building, the people, anything I find interesting. That way it's more of a story rather than just a review. I'm no food critic. And hopefully when the book's published, we'll help out local places like this one.
But in that case, I recommend the apple pie. We make it fresh every morning with apples from the orchard on the hill. I'll warm you up a slice.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you.
You want some vanilla ice cream with that?
You make that here too?
Afraid not. Just scoop it out of the carton from the grocery store.
Just a pie then, please. And what name should I put down for you in my notes?
My name in the book too?
Oh, just a first name will do, or a nickname. And hell, I can make up one for you if you'd be more comfortable with that.
Oh, no, that's all right, I guess. June. I'm June.
Nice to meet you, June. I'm Tom.
June goes into the kitchen for the pie while Tom looks around. He makes some notes in a notepad. Sam and Devon are watching him curiously, occasionally murmuring to each other. June returns with the pie.
Here you go. Enjoy. Let me know if you need anything else.
She moves as though to return to her seat behind the register, presumably to continue reading. Tom stops her.
Does the orchard have a name?
Huh?
The orchard, where the apples come from. Is that a name? You know, for my book.
No, it's just up on the Miller's farm. It ain't a big commercial orchard or nothing. They only sell to folks in town. Now quit asking questions and eat your pie before it gets cold.
She picks up her book and takes a seat. Sam and Devon watches Tom lifts the fork to his mouth and takes a bite. It's just okay. Probably just as store-bought as the ice cream he turned down. He picks up the menu to see if there's something else he should sample and choose.
So what do you think of the pie?
Oh, yes, it's very good. Are you a regular?
Yeah, coming every day for a cup and a slice while I do the puzzles.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Hey, you see, I'm writing a travel book, and I'm pulling off at every...
Exit 16, yeah, I heard.
Oh, great. So, what's your name, sir?
John.
Hi, John. I'm Tom.
Tom, yeah, I heard.
Right, so, what's your story, John?
My story.
Yeah, your story. Where you from? What do you do? What brings you in here every day?
I'm from here. I'm retired. Cup and a slice.
But you haven't even touched your pie.
John looks down at his plate, slightly surprised.
Oh, guess that happened. Must have got stuck on a hard glue or something. June, would you warm this up for me again?
Sure thing, Tom.
Best service. Guaranteed.
She marks her page and takes the plate into the kitchen.
When did you retire from?
Farming. Not much else to do around here.
Did you ever think of moving someplace else?
Nope. Didn't see no sense in it.
Why not?
Got everything I need right here.
Well, sure, but have you ever done any traveling?
What for?
For fun? For new experiences?
Why should I waste my time and money doing that when fellas like you do it for me? I'll just read your book. Then it's like I've been all the places you've been.
Well, I guess that's part of why, right? To help people experience places they can't go themselves. But it's also to encourage people to go out and try new things. So many people get stuck in the same little old routine day in, day out. They don't realize all the wonderful things there is.
But if they're happy, why bother them by bringing all that stuff up? If someone is perfectly content living life how it is, and then you show up and tell them all the stuff they can't do, now they ain't happy no more. They're sad because they know they're missing out on something.
They don't have to miss out. They can break the routine, try things for themselves.
Placing the pie for John.
That ain't a luxury afforded to everybody, you know.
But how do you mean?
Traveling takes money and free time. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know I don't go either.
Yeah, no, I see. Yes, I can see how that would make traveling more difficult. So, you've never gone anywhere?
Always been here.
The diner and its inhabitants return to their original state. June on a stool behind the register reading her tattered paperback. John engrossed in his newspaper with a slice again forgotten. Sam and Devon are having a quiet but intense conversation. Tom takes another timid bite of pie, understanding that they are done talking with him, but not having near enough to write about yet. The second bite's a bit better than the first. He takes big bites while looking around. The couple snaps to attention, and there seems to be a brief argument as one of them rises and moves quickly towards Tom.
Hello there. Sorry to bother you, but did you say you were writing a book?
Yes. Hello.
What about?
Tom goes to take a drink, trying to wash down the food Devon speaks with.
Oh, it's a travel book.
How fun. It's a travel book. Well, what kind of travel book?
I'm pulling off every exit 16 and stopping at the first local place I find that try out the best food and write about it.
Wow, that's cool. How many places have you stopped so far?
I've been on the road for about a month or so, and this is the 10th place I've stopped at.
Wow. What's been your favorite place?
Bubba Jack's Crab Shack in Valdosta, Georgia. Their shrimp Oh boy, it was amazing, and the staff was really friendly. It was the host Tucker's last day before we started school at PSU. So the whole place was turned into a going away party. Anyone happened to walk in was invited. It was wonderful getting to hear everyone's stories. It was like when I was one of the gang. You know, not some weirdo with a notebook.
Did you put Tucker in your book?
Yep, meeting new people is my favorite part about traveling. And my favorite thing to write about. Food's really just a catalyst. Something to give me direction.
We haven't met anybody new in a long time. Ever since the highway, people seem to just fly right past this town.
You don't travel either?
We used to.
Why'd you stop?
We landed here and just couldn't bring ourselves to leave.
Sam jumps up and quickly joins them upon hearing this.
Hey, I'm getting awfully lonely over there, babe. You planning on leaving me for this fancy elfin guy? Hi there, Sam.
Yeah, hi Sam, I'm Tom. I didn't mean to steal your date here.
Well, that's all right. I was just joshing. So, how's your pie? Is it gonna make the book?
He likes to write about people more than the food, don't you, Tom?
That's right. It'll mostly be about June and John and Sam. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Devon. I'm Devon.
Hi, Devon. It's nice to meet you. Would you two like to sit with me and chat for a bit? I don't have nearly enough to fill a page on this place.
Oh, well, don't you add pictures and stuff?
Oh, shoot! I totally forgot to take a picture of my pie before taking the bite.
Well, I guess you'll have to order another slice, huh?
Oh, don't do that. Look, John hasn't touched his yet. I bet he will let you take a photo of his.
What do you say, John? Could I snap a quick photo of your slice? Maybe get another one with a cup of coffee and the puzzle next to it on the counter?
Sure, why not?
Tom takes a few photos while John stands out of the way and stretches out his stiff muscles. The couple are arguing with their eyes behind Tom's back.
Thanks, John.
Sure.
Sam, Devon, what's your story?
Nothing too interesting. Just a couple of normal people living life.
It is very interesting. And things you might think are mundane seem strange and exotic to someone who's different than you.
Nothing strange here.
Well, then, what made you stay?
What do you mean?
Devon said you used to travel, but you don't anymore, that you decided to stay here. So, tell me, what's so special about this town that you decided to spend your life here?
Well, have you tried the pie?
Yes, it's very good.
Well, don't let us keep you from it. Can't let it get cold like John always does. Nothing, John. Don't worry about it.
Must be a tough puzzle, huh? You need a little help?
Yeah, John, I bet the author would be pretty good at crossword puzzles.
Come on, guys. Don't bother the man. It's not as rewarding if you can't finish it by yourself, right, June? June. This poor man is getting so distracted by John's puzzle that he isn't finishing his pie. Isn't that a shame?
Oh, yeah. That ain't right, Tom. Why don't you let me heat that up for you again?
No, that's okay. It hasn't cooled off that much.
But it's not nearly as good lukewarm. You sure? It's really no trouble.
I'm sure. I promise to finish it before it gets cold.
All right, Devon. You heard the man. He's got pie to finish. Let's leave him to it.
Sam attempts to usher their partner to return to the booth.
Oh, well, you don't have to leave. I can eat my pie while you tell me a little bit about yourselves.
Devon sits down next to him. Sam remains standing until Tom demonstrates that he will continue eating the pie as promised. Sam hesitates but eventually takes the stool as Tom puts the fork in his mouth.
Thank you. Well, I already know how you feel about the pie. Is there anything else on the menu that keeps you coming back?
We usually just have coffee. We sit in that booth every day, sipping our coffee and talking.
Every day, huh? Just like John.
Nothing else to do around here.
When we first got here, we tried everything on the menu, just to keep things interesting, you know? Each day we would order the next thing on the list until we ran out. Eventually, though, I realized I was just getting food to have a reason to be here. I didn't really want anything, but it feels wrong sitting in a place without something in front of you. So now it's just coffee.
Now, that's not to say the food isn't good. The breakfast platter's pretty tasty, a lot of bang for your buck. Short stack of pancakes, eggs, sausage, and bacon, and hash browns. I like to get the pancakes with an apple pie filling on top.
That does sound good, but I don't think I'm hungry enough for all that right now.
Try it tomorrow.
Oh, I wasn't planning on staying overnight, just stopping for an hour or so, and I'm back on the road.
We didn't plan on staying either.
Come on, babe. Don't sound so ominous. Sometimes you just find where
my home is on the road. I live in an RV, so I'm always with you.
So if you had to stay one place, you'd probably be miserable.
For sure. It's kind of hard to explain, but my absolute favorite feeling happens between places. Driving down the road, anticipating the next stop, things I see, people I'll meet, the apple pie I'll taste. Endless possibilities. Even when I'm having a great time, like at Tucker's going away party. It doesn't compare to the feeling of travel. But when I'm stationary, there's a chance that that's the last place I'll ever be. But when I'm on the road, I always know there's more to come.
Wow.
Devon,
Tom, I don't think you should.
she's a homebody. Just before you came in, she was talking about how she was going to change into her favorite pajamas and curl up on the couch for the movie as soon as we get out of here.
Yes, but I just need to attend.
You'll never see those PJs again if we stay here chatting with Tom forever.
I just thought that maybe.
What, Devon? What did you think?
Hey, I'm not sure what's going on here. I didn't mean to start anything. I apologize if I said something.
No, Tom. Sorry to bring down the mood. You didn't do anything wrong. I do think that Devon and I need to head back to our booth to sort some things out, though. You enjoy your
Sam ushers Devon away. Tom smiles weakly, confused. There are a few moments of awkward silence while he contemplates the last bite of pie on his plate. He reaches for the fork, but then changes his mind and goes for the pencil. He starts jotting down some notes. The couple is whispering curiously, clearly arguing about something. June looks up from her book, marks her page, and moves to top off Tom's coffee.
Everything all right over here?
No, yes, thank you.
Think you got enough goings on to fill up a page on this place?
Maybe. I think I had more questions than anything.
What do you mean?
I don't mean to sound rude, but this is probably the strangest place I've ever been. Yeah, and I've been to the Ben and Jerry's Flavor Graveyard.
Really? What's strange about it?
It's the thing. I don't really know. I can't put my finger on it. Something's just off.
Seems pretty normal to me. But what do I know? I've never been no place else, nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe it's because it's so quiet. I don't know.
Well, it's usually quiet. Not when those two get going, no.
Oh, so that's normal? I thought I might have offended.
Now, I won't you. But you will offend me if you don't finish your pie.
Yes, ma'am.
Tom takes his last bite of pie. Blackout. Scene 2. A bell chimes as Tom opens the door to the quiet diner. John doesn't look up from his crossing. In their booth, Sam is avoiding Devon's angry glare. June is already setting her book down to greet Tom.
Hi there. Sit anywhere you like. I'll bring you a menu.
Thank you.
Tom walks to the counter and picks the scroll tube down from John, who's working on his puzzle and ignoring his slice of pie. He looks up and smiles as Tom sits.
Welcome, stranger.
Well, thank you, sir.
June slides him a menu.
Can I get you something to drink? Water, coffee, sweet tea?
Black coffee, please.
Coming right up.
She moves to pour him a cup. He looks at the menu briefly, then glances around the room, taking in the scenery. She returns with the coffee.
So you hungry for anything?
I am actually. I don't know for what yet. You have a signature dish?
Well, that would be our apple pie. We make it fresh from scratch daily, all local ingredients, including the prize winning apples from the Miller's Orchard up the road.
Great, I'll have that then.
You want some vanilla ice cream for that?
Do you make that here too?
Afraid not. Just scoop it out of the carton from the grocery store.
Just the pie then, please. May I ask your name?
I'm June.
Nice to meet you, June. Do you mind if I mention you in a project I'm working on?
A project?
Yeah, I'm writing a travel book. I'm pulling off at every age of 16, stopping at the first local place I find. Then I try out their best food and I write about it.
Well, ain't that nice?
Yeah, I give the whole place a little section in the book. I write about the food, sure, but also about the building, the people, anything I find interesting. That way it's more of a story rather than a review. I'm no food critic. And hopefully, when the book is published, it'll help out local places rather than everyone just eating at the same chain restaurants everywhere they go.
Well, I think that's just great. You can absolutely use my name.
Thank you very much. I'm Tom, by the way.
I'll let you get to that size, Tom.
June goes into the kitchen for the pie while Tom looks around. He makes some notes in a notepad. Sam is examining the contents of her coffee cup while Devon crosses her arms and stares out the window. June returns with the pie.
There you go. Enjoy. Let me know if you need anything else.
She returns to her seat behind the register and starts to read again. John
tell
We
him.
really don't.
Seriously, I think it'll help.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but I have no idea why. He's gonna forget it all anyway.
But we won't.
Every day for
And
a
maybe
couple of
he'll think of
slides,
something we haven't.
We have tried literally everything. What is it about this mediocre white
Exit
dude?
16.
Free escape room genius he is.
You're making a lot of assumptions about him.
Not really.
John.
We've practically heard his whole life
yeah,
story
I've
as
heard
many times as he's come through that door.
That's right, we have. And to me, that shows us how differently he thinks about things. Maybe that's all we need to figure this out. A different perspective.
Of course he thinks differently. The only times he's ever struggled were on philosophical debates with themselves.
We don't know him.
Whole life story, remember?
Yeah, but he seems like a decent guy. Definitely not someone who deserves to be trapped in diner limbo.
It's easy to be decent when you've got it so good.
Not that good. Jesus. He's a white male. Yes, he has privilege, but not like he's a billionaire or a celebrity or a celebrity billionaire. He's just a regular guy.
A regular guy with a book deal, a homeowner. I'm sure he has health insurance.
He owns an RV, Sam.
Just more home than me.
That's not his fault. We need to tell him.
And what if telling him messes everything up and we don't get to leave? Jordan didn't tell us shit.
I'm not Jordan, and I'm going to tell him.
God damn it, we will never leave if you don't keep your mouth shut.
It's not right. You heard how he feels about being stuck, and I really think he can help us figure out how this works.
I don't care how he feels. You can't say anything. Let's get out of here.
Maybe there's a way to get everything out. We don't know how it works.
We know enough. We know just enough to get ourselves out of here. Now isn't the time to be a fucking hero.
If we can help him, we have to. If he gets trapped here, I will never forgive myself.
I'll never forgive you if we miss our chance to get out because of your goddamn bleeding heart.
Fuck you, Sam.
Tom returns to his slice of pie without a second glance at his notebook. Devon quickly moves towards Tom as he takes his last bite of pie.
Tom, wait!
Blackout. Scene 3. A bell chimes as Tom opens the door to the diner. Sam is reclining in the booth with her eyes closed. Devon watches Tom carefully. John erases something from his crossword. June is in front of the register waiting to greet him.
Hi there, sit anywhere you like. I'll bring you a menu.
Thank you.
Hello, stranger. Welcome to Grant's.
Oh, well, thank you.
Sam rolls their eyes as they swing their legs off the booth and sit up.
Are you expecting company, or would you like to join us?
Oh, I'd love to join you. Thank you. My name's Tom.
Tom crosses to the booth and sits. He shakes their hands.
Nice to meet you, Tom. I'm Devon, and this is my partner, Sam.
June brings Tom a menu.
Can I get you something to drink? Water, coffee, some tea?
I'll have some black coffee, please.
Coming right up.
June crosses behind the counter to get the coffee. She talks to John while she works. Tom, Devon, and Sam converse in the background.
I might be stuck with this, John.
Hmm?
Maybe if they came in one at a time, but all together like this, I just don't know.
Can I help you, Annie?
Wouldn't hurt if you were a little friendly.
But Sam can't stand when I talk. She gets all bent out of shape over almost everything I say.
I know. So maybe we focus on Tom for now. We can try again with Sam later.
Tom does seem a much more agreeable fellow.
There's an understatement. I just hope they don't get in the way of whatever we need to do to take care of Tom.
But we both know they probably will.
So what do we do, John?
I'd say ask the boss, but
He checks his newspaper.
I know.
it's all right, June. You got time. You get it right eventually.
June nods and June takes her hand. She brings the coffee to the table and sets it in front of Tom. She tops off the other 2 cups. The conversation at the booth can now be heard clearly.
He didn't believe us last time. Why would this time be any different?
Can I see your phone, Tom?
Why?
I don't have to hold it, but just pull it out and look through your photo gallery.
Tom pulls out his phone and opens the gallery. He scrolls through several photos of John's pie, coffee, and puzzle, taken from different angles and with the objects rearranged.
I never took these pictures. What are these?
That's John's plate. Sometimes you take pictures of it before you organize your book.
Good idea, babe. I forgot about those.
Tom looks over at John, bewildered, then back down to his phone.
How many times have you told me this?
4 or 5?
7.5.
A half.
The first time you panicked before we got through all of it and tried to jump through the window. It always resets if someone breaks the window.
Did you find anything in the menu that interests you? I'm happy to make recommendations if you need.
I always get the apple pie. Just you let it happen.
You can ignore them.
Or scream at them and it never makes any difference.
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. I'll check on you in a bit. You just holler if you need anything in the meantime.
June exchanges a meaningful look with John as she crosses back to her spot behind the register. Tom rises and crosses to the window.
I really tried to go through the window? So why am I not trying to go through the window this time?
Well, things didn't go as well that time around.
You mean my way didn't go as well that time around, right?
Well,
You see, Tom, we left you to your own devices with Farmer John and Daisy June over there, and something happened to make you realize something was off without any help from us. You started freaking out and yelling, and then Devon tried explaining this to you, but by that point we're pretty far gone already, so you made a break for it.
and that's why I have been trying to ease you into this, so everyone would stay calm and try to problem solve.
Because that's worked well so far.
Tom turns back to the window.
I'm sorry, I just don't think it's productive to get riled up. I've never known people to think clearly when their emotions are heightened.
People, or me,
Well,
it's kind of hard to stay calm in this situation. I mean, I see your point, I just don't know how you manage it. This is nuts.
practice, I guess.
Oh, had a lot of practice with inescapable time loops? Must have been before we met. I think I would remember if you had...
Practice staying calm in upsetting situations.
You're not kidding. But you know you shouldn't have to. You're entitled
Hey!
to...
Where's my RV?
Probably right where you left it.
No, it isn't. I parked it right there. I know I did.
You sure you didn't drop the keys off at the valet?
Not helpful, Sam.
Tom is pressing against the window, trying to look around the edges of the lot.
Our car isn't there either, or at least we can't see it.
What do you mean, at least we can't see it?
Take a closer look. Really look out the window. Notice anything strange?
You mean other than my missing RV?
Does that look like the parking lot you walked in from?
Tom looks back, eyes searching, suddenly shoulders slumped with realization.
No, it doesn't.
It took us a minute to, especially since when we pulled in, we thought the classic car parked in front was part of the diner thing. But our best guess is that what we're seeing right now is how the lot looked in the 50s.
50s?
You won't see any modern cars out that window. Not parked in the lot, not driving past on the road.
You ever see any cars driving past? Maybe we could put an SOS in the window and someone could rescue us.
Nothing moves out there but the sun. The weather doesn't even change. The grass doesn't grow, and no one ever drives by.
We're driving. How do we even know things will be the way we left them when we get out?
If we get out.
We don't. But would you rather stay here?
No.
Even if you leave and find out it's 1957 out there?
Stop it, Sam.
Even if you open the door and get sucked through a black hole?
For fuck's sake!
Yes, even then.
Finally, something we agree on.
June crosses to the booth with a coffee pot and begins to warm up their cups.
It's so nice y'all making friends. No better place for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like I've known old Tom here forever. You know what, June? You put this stuff on my tab.
Well, isn't that nice? Are you gonna be wanting some more than coffee today?
I'm fine, but what about you, Tom? Does our new friend want anything to eat? Like John says, you can't beat that apple pie.
Nothing, John. Nothing.
Well, I do love pie, and it give me something to do, I think.
Well, listen. Finishing food always respects you. You shouldn't eat.
Come on, babe, Tom loves pie.
Breaking the windows and cleaning your plate. Anything else you said?
Yeah, a good argument usually does the trick, but you have to really get going, right, John?
Well, I don't like arguing, Sam. Let's just keep things friendly now, all right?
Sam, what are you doing?
Oh, you all are no fun. I never agreed with that no religion or politics at the dinner table bullshit. Confrontation is how you get things done.
Would you like some pie, Tom? I'd be happy to eat you up a slice.
No,
I guess I
Tom,
could have-
don't. I can give you
We
a
have to
small
start all
slice.
over. We just have to
Really
eat.
is good.
Why are you
Monty Crispy is also a crowd
You're starting to
favorite.
be He's just gonna forget.
Not if you keep him from resetting.
And how do you suppose we do that? How do you suppose we do that?
Page 30.
I'd like to know that too.
Well, by avoiding things we know will trigger it for a start.
And you're sure you know why it's being triggered?
We have been through it and watched you go through it. A lot. I think we can say with confidence which things always reset it.
Breaking windows, finishing your food, arguing too much. Anything else?
Well, there are other things that reset it, but sometimes, not every time.
So you basically have no idea what is actually triggering it. It could be completely unrelated to finishing your food or whatever else
Anyway, I thought you wanted him to remember. He can't get to the remembering part if he hasn't reset the magic number of times.
Yeah, but if we figure out how before he resets, we won't have to get to that magic number.
Magic number? What are you talking about?
I'm over this.
Sam stands and
Hang
shouts
on.
Tom. John rises from his stool.
Oh my God, Sam, stop!
I'm not gonna hurt him. Let's just reset him and see if he remembers.
That's not the point, Sam. You can't just push people.
Yeah, for real.
Everybody just calm down.
Oh, it's no use, John. We can't do what needs to be done now.
What?
Sam shoves Tom again hard enough to knock him down. Blackout. Scene 4. A bell chimes as Tom opens the door to the diner. John smiles up from his crossword. In their booth, Sam is shaking her head as Devon rises to move towards Tom. June is in front of the register waiting to greet him.
Hi there. Sit anywhere you like. I'll bring you menu.
Thank you.
How many times are you gonna do this, Tom?
Excuse me? How do you know my name?
Yeah, to get you something to drink, water, coffee, sweet.
Ah, shut up, June. I heard you, you know. I know you're up to something.
Just trying to do my job.
What's happening here?
Your name's Tom. You're writing a travel book about local restaurants off of every exit 16 you drive past. Your favorite place was somewhere in Georgia with shrimp po' boys and a host named Tucker. You have a younger sister with 3 kids and you love being the fun uncle, but you have never wanted kids yourself. You stopped believing in God when you were 7 because he...
Whoa! Who are you and how do you know all that?
My name is Devon and I know all of that because you told us.
How is that possible? I've never met you.
You have. You have been in this diner many, many times. You can't remember because everything keeps resetting.
You're crazy. You need help.
Look at your notepad.
What?
You think I'm crazy, and that's understandable, but it sounds fucking crazy. Look at your notepad.
My notepad.
The one you used to write all your ideas down for your book.
Tom slowly pulls a notebook from his pocket, keeping a suspicious eye on Devon.
Boy, I bet all that hollering has you working up an appetite. Why don't y'all sit down and take a gander at the menu? I'll grab you some water.
God damn it, June.
There's no use yelling at her. You know she can't help it. And we wouldn't want to trigger anything to her.
What are you on about? Why don't you let the man come in and get comfy?
Tom, please, just open your notebook.
Tom flips the notebook open and is shocked to find the pages are full. Every single one, all the way to the end. He looks up at Devon in shock and confusion.
Not enough? Look at the pictures on your phone. Or that John's crossword is from 1957. That's what you caught the last time. You keep finding new reasons to realize something's wrong. That you've been here before.
What? How?
We don't know. We don't know why, but if you read through, you will see just how many times you've been here.
I don't understand.
You will eventually.
Sam and I have been here a very long time. We don't really know how long, and it's impossible to tell. I think after a while, your brain can't help but notice everything is on repeat. You slowly become aware. I've been trying to speed up that process with you.
Why?
If you know what's going on, we might be able to figure out how to get out.
I don't know why she thinks you can help. And if it were as easy as solving a riddle, I'm pretty sure we could have figured it out after an eternity of mulling it over.
Eternity?
We really don't know how long, but it does feel that way.
I need to sit down.
Sit anywhere you like. I'll bring you a nice warm slice of apple pie.
No!
Thank you.
You know, it doesn't matter at this point. Let him eat if he wants.
Now that I think about it, I'm not hungry.
Tom sits on a stool and begins slowly leafing through his notebook. June brings over a cup of coffee.
Here you go, Tom. Just brewed a fresh pot. You let me know if I can get you anything else, okay?
Tom nods as Devon sits down next to him.
It's a lie. I know.
You're not kidding.
I'm so sorry.
Why? Did you do this?
No.
They sit in silence for a moment. Tom sips his coffee. Sam bounces on their toes. Devon watches Tom and waits.
Let me know.
Not much. Sam and I have worked out a little of the what, but nothing on the how or why.
What's the what?
You walk in, you eat. When you're finished, you reset. You walk in, you eat. Repeat forever.
Well, no, not forever. We eventually realized we were in a loop. We had a few more cycles, not sure how many, when we remembered we were on repeat. Then the cycle stopped and we're just here. We can tell time is passing by the sun, but we don't need to eat or sleep.
And can't leave.
So if the cycles stop after you realize you're in them, and once they stop, you're existing in purgatory disguised as a tiny diner, why the hell are you trying to speed that process up for me?
Because once you can remember, you will be able to help us Figure out how we can all escape.
Or maybe just us.
What is that supposed to mean?
Ignore her.
It means that once your cycle ends, Devon and I are out of here.
We don't know that for sure.
We know for sure that Jordan got out when our cycles stopped. That's good enough for me.
Well, who's Jordan?
A trucker who was here when we first
And
arrived.
once we were stuck, he walked right out.
Just walk out the door?
Yep.
Well, have you tried that?
Tom goes to leave. As soon as he steps out the door, he is stepping back in.
Of course we have.
And so have you, the last few times.
Jesus.
Sorry, bud. If he's real, he's not listening.
We've tried a lot of things. Going out the back, breaking the windows, crawling through the vents, all those things, again, at different times in the day.
What about those two?
They're fucking robots.
Literally?
No, not literally. Fuck! I mean, I just mean they don't care about any of it. They do the same thing every day.
They seem to remember things between cycles and adapt a little bit to things here and there. But if they were ever real people, I don't think they are now. It's like they're programmed a certain way.
What do you mean by adapt?
Like John. The first few times you came in, he was a lot more standoffish. He didn't volunteer information, and you had to start the conversation. Then he started opening up more as if he understood that giving you tidbits for your book would help you eat faster.
So you're saying they are programmed to get people to eat? Or in other words, to track people here?
Exactly. But they don't seem to know that that's why what they're doing. But because trust me, I have interrogated the fuck out of these two, and they can't tell me shit.
Well, let me give it a shot.
Fucking
Sam,
time.
just cool it.
You cool it. He thinks he's so much smarter than us. Always has to do it for himself, like he's magically gonna come up with something we couldn't.
I think I'm smarter than you. You don't even know me.
Yes, I fucking do! Don't you get it? We have met you hundreds of times. We've had the same conversation at least a dozen times. Just because you don't remember doesn't mean I don't know you like the back of my fucking hand by now.
That's right, Sam. He doesn't remember. Cut him some slack.
I'm sorry, this is a lot. I'm just trying to figure things out.
No, we weren't the same way.
And Jordan was a lot less hopeful than we're being.
How so?
He didn't explain shit to us. We had to figure it all out for ourselves.
Or at least if he did explain stuff, it was before we could remember between the cycles.
So you're saying this guy didn't tell you anything? Didn't help you in any way? And stood up and walked out the door as soon as your cycle stopped resetting?
Yes.
Fucker.
Did he seem to know that he would be able to leave immediately?
It's
Yes.
possible.
Did he talk to you at all?
Yeah, but only if we asked him something. Otherwise, he would just sit there and read the newspaper.
What newspaper?
John's newspaper.
Hey, John, how's it going today?
Oh, hi there, Tom. You here for some apple pie?
See?
Maybe a bit later. I was just wondering if I could borrow your paper.
I'm working on the puzzles.
June clears her throat and frowns at him.
Oh, and of course you keep that section. I wouldn't want to keep a man from his puzzles.
Sure thing, sir. So when you're done, why don't you come sit by me and chat over dessert?
He looks
Two.
at you for approval. He nods.
Okay, the Montgomery Advisor. Wednesday, May 15th, 1957. So it's the same paper every cycle?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Wednesday's the same. I know my notebook and the photo gallery have pen information. Has John ever finished the crossword puzzle?
Never shakes their head.
But why would Jordan read the same paper every day?
Well, let's see what's in the news. Ike warns red despots capable of war following. Committee trims down money bills. King requests new hearing on jail appeal. Decision expected today on IS zoning.
Super interesting. Why do we care about any of this?
Maybe you don't. Or maybe there's something in here that helped Jordan get out.
June crosses with the coffee pot.
Haven't warmed anybody up.
Yes, thanks. Wait. Why reset if I drink too much coffee?
No, it's only food as far as we can tell, and we've eaten everything on the menu to see if it would change anything.
The food. Where does it come from? It never leaves.
Mr. Grant brings it in fresh stock on the regular, so we are always stocked up. All local fare, other than the ice cream. We just get that out of a carton from the grocery store.
Who's Mr. Grant?
The owner, we're guessing. She always mentions it when you ask certain questions about how the diner is run, but we've never seen it.
Does Mr. Grant have more newspapers for customers to read?
You know what? He don't usually keep newspapers, but I think we have last week's advisor lying around somewhere in the back. I think he left it back there last time he dropped off supplies. Let me check.
She exits to the kitchen.
Well, that's something new.
Really? I haven't asked her that one before.
Whoopee, more reading material for eternity in purgatory.
Date says it's used natural asphalt for 30 years. Law contractor S.M. Plato dead at 75. One of the few Negroes to build post office.
Watch your mouth.
It's okay, Sam. He's just reading what it says. It's a very old paper.
Well, watch your mouth anyway.
June returns with another paper.
Here you go. Sorry it's a bit rumpled, but you should be able to smooth it out just fine. Can I get you anything else? Maybe something to eat?
No!
Honey, you just swallow when you're hungry.
June returns to her usual spot and her book. Tom reads the page and the paper is folded open.
River yields long missing Negro's body.
What the fuck did I say, man?
Sorry. Sorry.
Devon rolls her eyes and folds the newspaper over.
The body of a Negro found in the Alabama River yesterday was identified as that of 24-year-old Montgomery truck driver Willie Edwards Jr. Edward appeared to, under mysterious circumstances, the night of January 23rd. He'd been the subject of an intensive search for the past 3 months. Police said an investigation at the time of Edwards was reported missing, indicated no foul play. A state toxicologist said it was not possible to determine if there was evidence of foul play. Last night, Edward's father said he believed his son had been murdered. Investigation of the disappearance has been hampered by conflicting reports, rumors, and lies, said police officials.
But why are we focusing on this particular article?
Apparently, Mr. Grant thought it was important. He folded the paper down just to this story.
So what does Willie have to do with this diner?
That, I don't know. But I do know how he ended up in that river.
You do? How?
His story is a part of the Civil Rights Memorial exhibit on martyrs. We visited it when we went through Montgomery.
So his father was right. It was murder?
4 Klansmen thought he had smiled in a white woman, so they forced him to jump off the bridge.
So they were caught.
Yes and no. They weren't charged until the 70s when one of them literally confessed. But the judge threw out the case because they didn't provide a specific cause of death.
Being pushed off a bridge isn't specific enough? What do they want? Like drowning versus impact?
They wanted to let the KKK off scot-free.
It's awful.
That's the American justice system.
And it gets worse.
How could it possibly get worse?
Willie's daughter convinced them to reopen the case in the 90s. The grand jury agreed that the KKK was responsible for his death, but chose not to indict anyone. 2 of them had died, and the other 2 worked out some immunity agreement with their polygraph tests in the 70s.
So they knew they were guilty? Nothing?
They knew they were guilty when the article came out. All the cops were Klansmen too. No one was ever going to do anything. And things aren't any better now either. Racism is just disguised as the war on drugs, or gerrymandering, or gentrification. Same shit, different day.
Well, different day for everyone but us.
Blackout on all but John and June.
Catch all that about Willie.
I did. I can hardly believe it.
We always knew it was a plan, didn't we? Think you got Tom figured out now?
Oh, I think I'm close, John. Though, for as much as that man travels around, I think he'd be a bit more aware, wouldn't you?
Where or what?
Of experiences outside of his
Hmm.
own. There's a time a man is a plate of hope to walk in.
Suppose you're right, you usually are.
Yep. I bet I could nail it next time around, even with those wet rags. Maybe even because of them.
Doesn't? That'll be something. I look forward to seeing that.
Don't you just sit around watching, John. You better help me out. Try to chime in every once in a while.
If you think it'll help.
Blackout. Scene 5. The bell chimes as Tom opens the door to the diner and walks in with purpose to join Devon and Sam. June is already bringing a menu and a cup of coffee.
Hi there, Tom. You feeling hungry today?
I'm good. What just happened? I didn't eat.
Yeah, we haven't figured that out either.
Good, he remembers.
You said it only resets after you eat.
Well, yeah, some Eventually, it doesn't matter.
Anything else I should know?
Getting sick of your shit?
God damn it, Sam.
Yeah, super fucking helpful.
Everybody calm down.
How about you get a little less fucking calm, Devon?
What are you all up on about? I'm trying to do my puzzle.
Devon, Tom, and Sam all tell John to shut up in their own special way. June gives John a disapproving look.
Hey now, friends, what's all the ruckus? Anything I can do to make y'all happier?
You would really like to leave, June. How did you do that?
Leave? Oh, now, Tom, I couldn't possibly let you leave until I know you are satisfied with your experience. What can I do to make your visit worthwhile?
That's what she always says.
Always?
Yes, Tom, always.
Seriously, what is your problem?
You and your repetitive as fuck questions and complete disrespect for Devon.
He doesn't know he's repeating the questions, Sam. Jesus.
Obviously, and how am I disrespecting Devon?
Really, dude? She has been the most calm and patient she can be, dealing with your know-it-all superiority complex, and literally every time she gives you information, you question it. If she says always, it means always.
I'm sorry, Devon. It's not my intention to question you. I'm just trying to get my bearings
I
here.
know.
Intention. How about impact, buddy?
Impact? Well, it only seems to be impacting you.
Oh, so because she's too kind and patient to call you out on your problematic behavior, it means she's not bothered? Bet you think the slaves would have been freed sooner if they'd only spoken up and asked.
Yeah, now that's not fair.
Oh no! Cis-het white men is being treated unfairly. Somebody call the cops!
Devon, what do you need right now? Seems to me there's a lot of talk about you instead of to you. So tell me, from the horse's mouth, what do you need?
Oh, I'm not hungry, June. Thank you.
I don't just lean off the menu, darling. The Grant's Diner motto is best service guaranteed. And that ain't always about feeling your belly.
It's not?
Has this ever happened before?
So what you need, sweetie?
I don't know. I just want to go home.
Oh, I couldn't possibly let you go home unhappy. Not when you got such a pretty smile. Oh, darling, may I?
June opens her arms and offers a hug. Devon accepts and begins to cry into her shoulder.
There, sweetness. It's all right.
What the fuck is happening right now?
The best service.
What?
Best service guaranteed.
Darn right. That's why I come in every day for a cup and a slice.
Who asked you?
Enough, Sam. Why do you always have to start a fight?
Why do you never stand up for yourself? You think I'm fighting? Well, I am. Fighting just like I always have for you. Because without me, you'd let people walk all over you, getting away with murder before you inconvenience them with something as insignificant as your feelings. I'm fighting to get us out of this shithole and back to our lives, if they're even still out there. Can I be an asshole? Sure. Absolutely. But at least I'm looking out for us instead of trying to take care of everybody else first. We are next in line for a lifeboat off the fucking Titanic that is this diner, and you're more worried about some white man's feelings than your own survival. I don't know what sort of complex you're dealing with right now, but you cannot keep pandering. Why does everything have to be a fight? Because they made it one. I'm just trying to win the fight that they started, but you go ahead and lie down. Let them kick you. Let me know how that works out for you.
They who?
What?
You said they started the fight. Who's they?
You, John, and people like you. Like him.
Me and Tom, but what did we do? I'm just doing my puzzle.
Silence equals violence, my man. You, of all people, a white man living in Alabama in the 1950s, just doing your puzzles and keeping your head down while black men are getting drowned in the river are exactly who I'm talking about.
Yes. Poor Willie. We were all so worried when he went missing. We all went looking for him. Days. Couldn't find hide nor hair. I even volunteered to help Joseph Grant with his pie deliveries, but he wouldn't let me. He said he would handle them fine until Willie came back. When they found him last week, it was just awful. Joe said he couldn't wait no more and had to get things moving. Now, I'm guessing he meant finding a replacement. he always held on to the hope that he wouldn't have to, because Willie would come home. We all hoped.
Wow. This 1950s version of I have a black friend.
How long have you known Willie, John?
Oh, since he started dropping off supplies for Joe 7 or 8 years ago. Back when this was Grant's General Store. This used to be a general store.
And a post office.
Tom goes to make a note in his notepad, but then realizes it's already full. He pulls out his phone to type the note instead.
That's right. And when Joe took over for his pa, him and Samuel decided to convert the building into a diner and made sure that Willie kept it on his roof.
Who's Samuel?
Samuel Plato. He just passed a couple of days ago, bless him. He was old and tired, though. It wasn't unexpected like Willie. Still, it ain't never easy, is it?
I'm sorry, John. Did he own the diner too?
Ah, building. He was a genius when it comes to building. The general store was the first building he ever done. He moved away a long time ago, got work building post offices all around the country, but he came back to Warren to turn this into the diner. Said this way, the building could be serving a better purpose. Instead of sitting full of supplies, folks was just driving down the highway into Montgomery for. Joe agreed, and he promised he'd run it right. And I think he's doing a mighty fine job.
Yeah, great job. Trapping innocent victims for some nefarious reason. That's how you run a diner right.
Were you close with Samuel too?
Oh, I was just a tyke when he built the general store. I met him when he came back for the remodel. Helped out a little when I could. Real nice fella.
Oh. Well, if you weren't close, how did you hear about his death so quickly?
I read it in the paper, didn't I?
Tom grabbed the paper and taken from John earlier.
Yes, I remember seeing the headline for that heading. Here it is. Wall contractor S.M. Plato is dead at 75. One of the few black people to build post offices.
Tom snaps a picture of the article with his phone.
The builder was a black man?
Samuel M. Plato, one of the few black contractors in the U.S. to build post offices, died Monday in Louisville, Kentucky. He was 75. He was a native of Law, Alabama, and is well known by locals as the black man that built their general store at the age of 17. Plato obtained his education at various institutes. Made his way in construction work, and he was repairing campus buildings. In the late 1920s, he began government contract work, eventually building nearly 40 U.S. post offices. A man of kindness, tact, and sensibility, Plato advanced the cause of his race for many years before desegregation became a city policy. He employed white and black workers and bid on jobs in the Deep South as confidently as in the more friendly North. His life was a model one, and his death will bring sorrow to a wide circle of friends and associates.
So whose idea was it to make this diner? Joseph or Samuel?
I don't rightly know.
June, do you know?
Not sure. But when I got hired, they both interviewed me. Said they was making a place that would serve both the white and the black man and serve them both the best they could regardless. Wanted to make sure I would be able to do that before they gave me the job. Seemed real important to both of them.
And you got the job, so they must have agreed.
Of course I did. We're all just people, ain't we? We all deserve to be treated kindly and respectfully. Oh no, Tom, I let your coffee get cold.
John is exasperated, blackout. Scene 6. A bell chimes as Tom opens the door to the diner and walks directly to the school. June is already bringing a menu and a cup of coffee.
Hi there, Tom. You feeling hungry today?
I would love a warm slice of apple pie, June. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Coming right up.
Thank you so much.
Hello? What are you doing, Tom?
I'm getting the best service. Guaranteed.
Who the fuck is he all about? He thinks he's figured it out.
Oh, did you care to share with the rest of us?
June returns with the pie and places it in front of Tom.
Anything else I can get you?
No, thank you, June. This is perfect.
Tom,
Tom begins enjoying his pie. June returns to her book.
Devon, Sam, have you ever had the best service here?
Tom, I don't know. We can't remember half the time, and the other half we've been trying to escape. Haven't really been focused on the service.
you think we can't leave because of the service?
The motto is best service guaranteed. And June always says she can't let you leave until you're happy with your experience. Grant and Plato seem to very keen to ensure that everyone, regardless of race, will get the best resetting when it doesn't succeed in giving you the best service. But, okay, we can do better. Let's try that again.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Think about it. If it keeps resetting you until you get the best service, and you forget every time you had a less than perfect dining experience, people would always leave thinking they got the best service they've ever had at Grant's Diner. It's a foolproof way to get 5-star reviews from everyone.
But we can all remember now. And some of us have stopped resetting.
And it's not like John Boy here was leaving any Yelp reviews in 1957.
It's called word of mouth advertising, Sam. Get enough people talking about a place and more people want to check it out. It's one of the reasons I'm writing the book.
Okay then, smart guy. Then what about what Devon said? We aren't resetting anymore, and we can't remember being unhappy about it.
I think it's broken.
You think what's broken?
The diner, or whatever it is that makes the reset happen, is not working like it should for some reason. Maybe it gets tired.
The diner gets tired.
Yeah, like it can only handle so many resets on a person before it starts to mess up.
Or maybe it's something about our brains catching on.
What?
Something clicks in our brains, making us realize we're repeating. See, the human brain is great at recognizing patterns. And if we assume Tom's theory is right, the whole point of the reset would be to make you forget a less than perfect experience. So if you're no longer forgetting the cycle before, there's no point in the reset, so you're just stuck.
What happens to you guys when I reset?
We just kind of start over. We blink and we're back in the booth and you're coming through the door.
Okay.
What, a brilliant deduction, Sherlock?
Not yet.
Great.
What happened when Jordan left?
What do you mean?
Okay, this is the best theory we've got right now. So let's try and remember what happened with Jordan. Did he get the best service? Is that why he could leave?
Hell, I don't know. I don't even remember June bringing him anything.
June, can I bother you for a second?
Bother me? You never could. What can I do for you, darling?
Do you remember Jordan?
Of course I do. Coffee, 1 cream, 2 sugars, butter grits, and wheat toast with strawberry jam.
I don't know if I ever saw him eat anything.
Me either.
That's what he ordered when he was hungry.
And when he wasn't hungry?
He liked to drink his coffee and read. Said he loved to read, but you can't rightly read behind the wheel of a big rig. So he just liked to stop at quiet places and enjoy a book or a newspaper.
Guess he never heard of audiobooks or NPR.
What's an audiobook?
What's NPR?
Oh, Jesus.
I got a 3-letter answer here that starts with an N, and I can't figure it out. Non-profit organization supporting science education and research in Black colleges and institutions.
NIS, National Institution of Science.
Woo, I bet that's it. You're a smart one, young lady.
Thank you,
Smart
John.
one?
Thank you for using a different word when you were reading the clue.
Not a problem. Seemed to really upset Sam before, not sure why, but it don't hurt me none to say something different. Thanks for your help.
This all tracks with my theory.
No, you tell.
The friendly local is part of the dining experience. Even if June does everything perfect, certainly you won't eat with only good things to say. Another customer will be rude or offensive. He's adapting, like Devon said, to create your ideal experience. You aren't trying to trap us here. You're trying to get it right.
Then why have we been here for so long? If their only purpose is to give us a good experience, it's not making sense to me.
They're fighting a losing battle, trying to make us happy in a place that we essentially feel is a prison. I mean, if they can get it right before the memory wipe stops working, they're basically screwed on ever doing so.
Okay, so saying all of that is true. How the fuck did Jordan get out?
I don't know, I wasn't here. And maybe you can help me with that part. What can you remember about the day you left?
I don't know, man. We weren't resetting anymore. We had tried a million ways to escape. We had interrogated these two till we were blue in the face, and at some point, the dude just set down his coffee, handed the newspaper back to John, thanked June, and left.
Did he say anything else? Anything other than thanks?
I don't think so. It really did just seem like he had finished his coffee and the paper, and when he was ready to leave, he did.
Mom takes another bite of pie. Sam sighs. Devon sits quiet.
Can I get anybody anything?
They shake their heads, shrug, and make non-committal noises. June starts to head back to her book.
Actually, June, would you come sit with me?
Of
course, sugar. What's on your mind?
I'm just really overwhelmed and sad. I miss my mom.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. That's hard. You not get to see her very often?
Not recently, no.
Well, can you call her up and take time for a visit soon?
I would love to, but I have this problem.
What's that?
Every time I try to leave this diner, I can't. And you don't seem to want me to either.
Oh, sugar, of course I don't want to keep you from your mama. But I don't want you to leave feeling poorly about your time with me either. Anything I can do to make you glad you came?
Well, if being glad we came is the key to get out, I guess we're fucked, because that's never going to happen.
Not sure if it's Sam Blair's.
Was Jordan glad he came?
Oh, one can hope. At the very least, I think he got what he came in for. A rest from the road, a good cup of coffee, and a quiet place to be.
And the best service?
Guaranteed.
What do you think that means, June? Best service.
I think it's different for everybody. Sometimes you have to serve somebody a few times before you figure out what works best for them. Do they like to chat with you like Tom? Or do they want to be left alone like Jordan? Are they only going to want one cup of coffee like you? Or do you need to keep warming them up while they do a puzzle like John? And even then, when you think you know what to do to make a customer happy, sometimes things outside of your control mess it all up.
Like what?
Like being out of the thing they want to order. Though we haven't had that problem for over a week. That's nice. Or maybe the cook gets the eggs wrong.
There's a cook.
Okay, look, no one back in the kitchen. She always just comes out with food like there was someone back there making it.
But you think you eventually got it right for Jordan?
Eventually. It's hard to give someone a quiet place to read when there's other customers making a ruckus.
Us? Were we keeping Jordan from his best service?
Oh, it's not your fault, sweetness. Providing the best service for all kinds of people with different needs is an art form. But doing it all at once is more of a science. And I don't think it's perfected yet. Though I don't know that breaking windows or crawling through vents was helping in the end.
I'm sorry, June. We were just thinking about ourselves. We didn't mean to make your job harder.
Seriously, Deb, you have to stop apologizing. You don't owe anybody anything.
It seems to me that Sam here thinks apologizing is a weakness on your part. But if you don't mind me saying so, I think it's a strength. It takes a very generous person to see when they could have done better for somebody and to feel sorry that they went through some hardship. Even if it wasn't all their fault or was out of their control. It's folks like you looking out for others, even when they don't owe anything, that can make this country a better place.
Well said, John.
So, I'm the problem then, right? Me and my yelling and window breaking and caring more about my partner than some already privileged strangers. I'm what's wrong with this country.
No one said that, Sam. And I'm grateful for you wanting to take care of me.
Are you? Are you really? Because when I think about it, I am literally the only person you are willing to tell to fuck off. You let everyone else just walk all over you, but with me, you were just fine telling me why I'm wrong. Putting me in my place, not caring how I feel.
Sam, I do care how you feel.
No, I don't want to hear it. I love you, Deb. I love you so much it hurts. And I can't help but get furious when I see you being mistreated. And to have you scold me like a fucking child for not being more understanding or more forgiving every single time. It feels like you care more about what complete strangers are going through than me. I don't want to understand these people. I don't care that they're going through things too. It's no excuse. Whether it's your mother and her passive-aggressive invitations to church, and know-it-all Tom questioning your trustworthiness, or Farmer fucking John calling you one of the smart ones. I don't want to know what would make a person do things like that. I just want to get you as far away from them as possible. But fuck me, right? I'm the problem. If I could just see the light, everything would be all peachy keen, right? Right?
Blackout. Scene 7. A bell chimes as Tom opens the door to the diner. It is chaos as everyone talks over each other.
No one ever said you were the problem.
No, you're all just acting like it.
I don't think that's what they meant at all. It's definitely not what I meant.
So you don't think I'm the problem, but I'm certainly not the fucking solution.
Why you,
And every
John?
time you tell
You
me I'm
have
not
to take
helping,
the look out.
that I need to calm
Hey,
down,
gentlemen,
that I need to care more about what other people feel. That's all you
If I
have to
ever
focus
make
on,
it out
what
here at
other
all.
people feel. Well, what about me, Devon? Don't you care how I feel?
Of course I care about how you
It
feel.
doesn't feel like it.
I'm sorry. I never meant to make you feel that way. Help me understand.
Understand? You really don't see how it looks. Like you're putting everyone else's feelings before mine.
No, I don't. And I'm not saying your feelings aren't valid. I just need you to tell me so I can fix it. I can't change something that I don't realize I'm doing in the first place.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I begged you to leave it alone. And just let whatever happened with Tom happen because I felt, based on what information we did have, that was our best chance of getting out of here. You ignored me because he gave you some sap speech about his love of traveling. You put him before me and you just met him.
No,
You-
it wasn't just
Take
that.
your coffee.
I just thought he could help us figure
Anytime
out.
John microaggression or said anything backward, you would tell me to let it go because he's from a different time and he doesn't know any better. You were more understanding of his ignorance than of my desire to educate him.
Go with the way that you educate.
And June, you were more concerned about having made her job harder than our very real need to get the fuck out of here. We don't even know if they're human. But God forbid I talk too loud or make a mess or tell an old white man to watch his mouth. It might upset the pod people.
Okay. I can see how those instances appeared like I wasn't valuing feelings. But
It's
listen,
not just in here, Devon. It was out there too. It's always been like this.
always? You always felt like this? Then why am I only hearing about it now? I'm not a fucking mind reader, Sam.
You read everyone else's mind. Why not mine?
What is that supposed to mean?
Anything about a movie
Oh,
fella named
I'm not sure
James?
if that's what he meant by that, Sam.
Oh, I do.
He doesn't mean anything by it, Sam. He's just a product of his time. It's okay, Sam. He's just reading what's on the page. You seem to know what everyone else's motivations are and feelings, so why the fuck should I explain mine?
I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
But not me! Never me!
Tom, do not give up on trying to ignore the argument.
That's not what I meant.
Then what do you mean?
We're partners. Okay? If I ever don't understand your motivations, I can ask you. And you should be sharing with me how you feel. You should be telling me if you have a problem with something I'm doing. How am I supposed to treat you the way you want to be treated if you never tell me what you need?
That's what I'm saying, Deb. You treat everyone else with kid gloves, but I'm supposed to tell you exactly what I need, when I need it, or I just won't get it.
And I'm supposed to stand up for myself to everyone but you, right?
That's not what I said. I said you only stand up to me, not
That I'm a doormat with everyone else? Because being kind and understanding couldn't possibly be my goal. I must be pandering. I must be putting up with racism and bigotry and microaggressions because it's better than upsetting people. I couldn't possibly be thinking that everyone deserves grace or basic human decency. No. It's much more plausible that I have a complex than I believe things will get better if we're all just a little fucking kinder to each other.
Deb.
Yeah. And I do stand up for you. I do tell you when you're wrong. Because you're my partner. And we love each other. I felt secure enough in our relationship to know that even if what I said upset you at first, you loved me enough to stick around and talk it out. I trusted you to stay, even when I wasn't using kid gloves. And now, after years together, I'm learning that I've been making you feel like shit. That devastates me. Had I known, I would have tried to show you how much I value your feelings. How could I really love you if I wasn't willing to do that?
I never thought you didn't love me.
You thought I loved you but didn't care about your feelings? How does that track?
I don't know.
June exits to the kitchen in a long pause. She returns with a tray of 5 mugs and passes one to each customer before taking one herself.
I think we could all use something special. My little not on the menu secret.
Wow, June, you haven't busted this out in a long while.
Old apple cider?
Old family recipe. Mima used to make it for us kids when we had a hard day or feeling poorly. I would always cheer us up. Of course, our cup responds whiskey.
They all drink. The tension begins to recede.
June, you've had whiskey in here this whole time and never shared.
Like I said, it ain't on the menu. But sometimes you gotta bend the rules a little to make things right. It seems like one of those times.
Thank you, June.
Of course, darling. I hope it brings you the same warm buzz as it brings me. Well, I expect some of those are nostalgia from Marina.
Devon, sorry. I didn't realize I was stepping on.
I'm sorry, too. I haven't cared enough about your feelings. I will do better.
This is delicious, June.
I'm so glad you like it. I'm sure my Nemo would say it's not quite as good as hers, but you want to know what I think?
Of course.
It wasn't perfected till I started working here and got to use Mrs. Miller's apples. They don't grow them like that anywhere else.
And forget the pie. This is what's going in the book.
You're still gonna put this place in your book?
Assuming you ever get out to publish it, why would you ever encourage people to come here?
Well, for starters, I've never been anywhere more dedicated to customer service.
Guess you've never heard of overcorrecting.
Same could be said for you, Sam.
What do you mean?
I think that's a conversation we'll have at home later.
At home?
Yeah. I think it's time we got out of here.
Yeah. You know, I think I'll head out too. I'll have a whole book on this place, let alone one page.
Just like that. Let me know how that works out for you.
You don't feel it?
Feel what?
I don't know. It's hard to describe. Satisfaction, maybe.
The cider is really good, is that what you mean?
I don't know. Maybe. But I feel like we can go now. It just seems...
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Fuck, what are we waiting around for?
Just a sec.
Devon crosses to June and embraces her.
Thank you, June.
Of course, sugar. I hope you get to see your mama soon.
If she's still out there, I'm going straight to her house.
Great. I'll drop you off on my way home. I want nothing to do with your judgmental right-winger family, especially not on my first day out of this place. Now, let's go. I'm sorry to think you've come down with Stockholm Syndrome.
Devon and June release each other. Tom goes to John and shakes his hand.
Thanks for the great conversation, John. It was a pleasure to meet you.
You too, son. Send us a copy of your book when it's done, will you?
Will do. June, even if you can't sell the alcoholic version, you should definitely put your cider on the menu. Especially since it's going in the book.
Well, now, I'll have to ask Mr. Pratt to do just that. Hope you come back and see us real soon.
Not like.
Tom turns to Devon.
Well, let's see if this works. I hope you won't blame me if I don't want to wait around for you, but maybe I'll see you on another at 16.
Devon pulls him into the hug. He turns to Sam and they awkwardly shake hands. Tom exits successfully. Devon and Sam are overjoyed.
I guess he was right. Best service guaranteed.
Devon goes to exit and Sam stops her.
Wait,
What's wrong? Oh, you want to give John a hug before we go?
of course I don't.
Then what is it?
I didn't get that. I didn't get the best service, not for me.
Well, yeah, obviously the whole experience wasn't the best service, but I think it's just about getting it right eventually.
But that's what I'm saying. It's never been right for me. I don't feel satisfied like you said. What if you walk out that door and I can't? What if I'm still stuck?
Well, we came in together.
So you're sure we'll be able to leave together?
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Sure, but making sense doesn't mean it will work. None of this makes sense.
Well, let's hold hands and go out together.
I can't get left here alone, Deb. I can't.
I'm not gonna leave you, babe. I promise.
What if holding hands doesn't work and I'm left behind? What if you can't get back in after he lets you out? Well, what if you can't get back in, but what if you can get back in? You can't remember anything.
Okay. Take a deep breath. We don't have to go now. We can try to figure this out first.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. These are all really good concerns. We should definitely try to get answers before rushing out. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Devon ushers Sam into a seat. June crosses to him.
Everything all right over here? Can I get you anything?
Yeah, June. You know how you said it sometimes takes serving someone a few times before you figure out what they need for the best service?
Sure.
Well, what do you say Sam needs for the best service?
Sam. She is a toughie, isn't she?
Are you saying you don't know?
From what I've learned about Sam, I'm saying that they need a server that anticipates their needs rather than having to ask for things.
Just to be clear, in order for Sam to have the best service, you would need to anticipate her needs, and she needs to feel like she's amongst people who think like her.
Now, that sounds good.
Can that even happen here?
Maybe. But it shouldn't have to.
Great. So I should just be able to go then, right? If that doesn't have to happen?
Go? I couldn't possibly let you go before I know you're happy with your service.
Fuck! See, Dev, I told you.
Why shouldn't it have to happen, June?
Well, Mr. Grant and Mr. Plato built this diner for a reason. To serve everybody.
Even if they don't agree on things.
Especially them.
Nothing brings people together like good food.
For fuck's sake.
There's something about sharing a space with folks, all kinds of folks. Everyone's eating, drinking, having a good time. Makes you see the humanity in everybody. Makes you realize they got whole lives and problems and needs, just like you.
And when you leave with a smile on your face, despite having sat next to someone who may look or love or brain different, you leave thinking they ain't so bad.
You leave a little kinder.
Didn't I say she was smart?
Sam,
What?
from how I see it, either this diner's got to change drastically to be able to give you the best service, or what you need has to change drastically to something that's able to be given.
Just go, Dev.
I'm not gonna do that.
No! I can't make you stay here when we know you can leave whenever you want. Go see your mom.
Hey, we've got all the time in the world to figure this out.
Cute.
Yes, I am.
I don't think this diner is going to change, Dev.
No,
And how much have I changed in all the time you've known me?
not much. But you did tell me something new today, and you did acknowledge something you could improve on. Those are changes. Changes that happen because we came into this diner.
This might be hopeless. You sure you don't want to leave?
As if you could ever have the perfect dining experience without me.
I love you. June, if we're going to do this, I'm going to need a lot more whiskey.
2 Nemo ciders. Come right up.
John, put that puzzle away. Tell me your story. Whatever.
Story. I'm through all, retired here for a couple of life.
Fascinating. Tell me more.
Blackout. End of show.